What's up, guys? Mystic Zach here. Welcome back to Kiss and The Myst. To the left of me, the man dropping an album this month, Montega, June 24th, alongside Harry Fraud. Exciting times, exciting times.
You know what it is when you hear that.
You know what it is. We really don't need no introduction. This is my brother right here, the Coke Boy, the rest in peace, Dr. Jerry Buss of the Coke Boys. My brother for many years now, French Montana. We appreciate you for coming on the Kiss and The Myst show.
You already know. Had to do
Chop it up.
I'm mad I wasn't on the first one. Mad I wasn't on the grand opening.
Don't worry about it. This is gonna be
Season 2.
Yeah.
This is gonna be just as special.
All right, let's do it.
Last year, the three of us are in the same building, all for different reasons. Jada's group, The Locks, is going to battle Dipset. But you were in the crowd watching the boxing, super in tune to it.
Yeah.
But you were one of the only guys who wasn't there for the rap battle, because that's when everything got packed. But you were there before it started watching the sports, watching the boxing. Are you a big boxing guy? Because you were super into it.
I just invested a lot of money in Triller.
Happens.
So I was watching my investment. You know, I was over there with Bobby.
Shout out to Bobby.
Yeah, man, great dude, man.
My God.
Yeah, shout out to Melissa, shout out to the whole team.
Yeah.
And I was just there supporting the whole movement, man. You know, I'm like, Triller fanatic.
Facts.
Yeah.
Partner.
Yeah.
Besides music, grew up. You Moroccan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Family from Morocco. A lot of people probably don't know that. What is it like over there?
Man, like I was born over there. I was born over there, and I immigrated here when I was like 13. But it's just like rich. It's like rich in tradition. You know, it's the same thing. It's hoods over there. It's the same wave. It's the same flow. It's harder to make it out of there instead of here, because over there the way it's structured, they got a king. You know what I'm saying? So it's different between the king and the president. You know what I'm saying? Here you could be a president because they shift every 4 years. Over there's one king that is not getting passed down to nobody unless it's,
Communism.
Yeah, and the way they structure it, it's kind of hard for somebody to be a French Montana, to be this and that. You know what I'm saying? So what had happened, my father was just blessed. However, he got them visas. Maybe it was just like same shit. How it was in Shots is the movie, or some way he found somebody that get it from wherever, and we just found a way to get here. You know what I'm saying, to the States.
No doubt. That's fire.
Yeah.
Then you got over here, you moved to the Bronx, you start playing
Mecca.
ball.
Yeah. The Mecca of hip hop.
What did you always like basketball, or was that the thing to do? What made you your love for ball?
I used to play soccer.
Oh, okay.
So I used to play soccer first. Soccer's the #1 sport around the world.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, around the world besides the States. So, I was playing soccer, and soccer was the first way that I even got to see the outside world when I got a visa to go play soccer in Spain when I was young.
Oh,
so I was
dope.
yeah.
So you was nice. You was kind of nice.
Yeah. So I was playing AAU, you know what I'm saying, and with a team called We Dead. And I went out there and I was like, damn, it's really a different world out here that looked different from where we from. So that kind of, talent of playing soccer got me, opened my eyes to the rest of the world first. Then when I immigrated when I was like 13, I came here, I didn't even speak no English. So when I came here playing soccer, they was like, yo, that ain't it.
That ain't the sport we rock with.
That ain't it. That shit went out of style. So, I started playing basketball. So I kind of picked up on everything late. It's like I started my life when I was 13, because everything got stripped away from me that I knew before then. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was like
just switching whole traditions.
Yeah,
whole
everything.
Language, gear, sports.
Yeah,
everything.
everything.
It's a whole new world introduced to you at 13.
Yeah, so I was born there and there at 13. So I started learning language. Took a couple years. It was crazy. So then I just started playing ball. I just got nice. Then I just started, playing AAU ball. Played Gauchos, rest in peace, Coach Neal.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah. Then the another thing that that people don't even know is just I didn't have no papers, so I came with the visa to me and my pops, my mother, everybody came with. We burned the visa, So it was like basically like aliens. You know what I'm saying? So
Now, why'd you burn it? Because it was expired.
Overstayed.
If you don't got it,
Yeah,
it's overstayed. So
Yeah.
if you ain't got it, they can't.
yeah. So if you overstayed, you get, you know what I mean, you get pulled over driving, whatever, you go in, they'd be like, yo, you know, you burnt your visa, you gotta go back to your country. So it's kind of living under the radar for like 20 years. But when we first burnt it, it's basically like you living like an alien because you can't
They
get
got
a
no
job.
proof. Yeah.
You can't get a job. You know, I'm playing ball, I'm nice as shit. I can't get no scholarship to college.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't have the privilege that everybody have of being American. So when people be like, you an American, you don't see who you are really until you stripped away from all these things that I had to face when I came from Morocco. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't go to college, I couldn't get a job. I couldn't do nothing that a normal person could do. So basically I was locked up without being locked up.
That's even worse sometimes.
Yeah, then when they do all that to you, then I mean, how you gonna provide for the family? Mind you, like my pops, when he came here, he tried a couple of businesses that didn't work, so he left. So when he left, my mother became my wife and my brothers became my kids down there. So I had to become man of the family. This is like me just learning English. So everything just hit me at one time. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, so definitely. So, you know, and that kind of forces you when you have no outcome. I mean, you know, outcome to get some money or no platform to get your money because everything been stripped away from you. So you just start hustling. But now when you hustling, you gotta be 10 steps ahead
You gotta
of.
be even. Your hustle game gotta be even better than the average hustler because you worry about immigration and the boys.
You worry about
And
ice.
you worry about the street,
Yeah.
ICE,
Yeah, you
the
worry.
police.
Yeah.
Shit ain't a pretty
You
situation.
get caught with a dime of weed, you getting deported back. So you know you have to be like 10 steps ahead of the police. You know what I'm saying? Like even back in the days, like we used to ride around with straps, we never even used to have no. It used to be in the hood of the car. Like you used to grab shoelaces and tie them shits to the fucking battery, tie them shits to something in the hood of the car. And wherever you just pull up, just grab, do whatever the fuck you gotta do. But you had to be. That's how we was. Like you know what I'm saying? We never got pulled over. They never searched the hood of the car. So that's when we was young niggas, 17, 18, 19, 20. We had to just think like that. Like, yo, whatever it is, we got to be 10 steps ahead of the game. You know what I mean? And you know, nothing happened without the blessings of the man upstairs.
Yes, sir.
You talk about playing AAU ball in a place like New York. It's pretty impressive, right? There's a lot of talent coming out from New York. Who were some of the best basketball players that you got to go against growing up in New York?
Man, we played against Lou Dane, what's the bald-headed dude that used to play for Villanova?
Oh, Villanova. The boy dude for Villanova.
He used to play for, I mean, I know it's Jack, yeah, he used to play, and another one was a tall one. We was all like in the same vibe. And yeah, a bunch of them. We, you know, homeboy from my block, Kimba.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Kimba.
Yeah, shout out to Kimba. Yeah, shout out to Kimba. Man, there was a lot of legends coming out the way. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of legends. It was a lot of playground legends too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like the whole N1 era.
Yeah. And that's the culture here in New York, right?
Yeah.
Street ball.
Yeah, it was the whole N1 era. I was going through my situation I couldn't play, but they was going through their situations where they couldn't play. So we had to make somewhere where everybody played.
What's up, guys? It's The Myst from the Kiss and The Myst podcast, and I'm going to assume that when you put your bets in, you do research on what you're going to bet, right? But what about where you're going to bet? BetOnline.ag is an OG in this sports betting game, and they've been the most trusted sports betting site for over 20 years now. If you want true trust and satisfaction, go with Worldstar Hiphop's official sports betting partner, BetOnline.ag, and cash in with Kiss and The Myst today.
When did you make that transition from actually having to become a provider for your family and, you know, hustling and then eventually creating the whole Coke Boys with the, you know, doing the DVDs and the tapes and all of that?
Man, after just hustling and doing a bunch of dumbass shit and just, you know, to the point where it just got scary at a time and it was just like, you know, you know, walking in, you know, Mom Dukes, and she's praying and crying and finding shit and this and this and that. You just get to a point where it's just like, she just said, because my pops had wanted to leave and leave me behind and take her with him. And for some reason, she was like, nah, she don't want to go. You know what I'm saying? So she stayed with me. So she sacrificed. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't really get to go back for 25 years to see her brothers and sisters. So for her to stay back, and that was the only thing that just made me just switch over, is like, if I get locked up and get deported, her whole reason is staying back. Like, I just slapped her in the face. You know, so when I started making that transition, at that time, it was a point where it's like, if you wasn't signed to a DJ, you wasn't gonna get on. You know, that's the time when you had Fab signed to Clue, you had Paul Kane, MV, he had whoever he had, you had Pat Poose was signed to K-Slay, you had everybody was signed to somebody. So it's just like, you know, I wasn't gonna, Green Lantern had Uncle Murder. It was like, remember that wave when it was like DJs and artists, and that was the wave that was coming up under. It was like, yo, you wanna sign to a DJ or you wanna, I'm like, it gotta be another way. So me and my man Cam was just sitting there smoking and drinking. We got Smack on. And we're like, yo, we gotta find a way. It was like, yo, we gotta come up with our own shit. We used to go fuck with Pee Wee Kirkland every week. We was like, yo, we gotta do some shit where just like we grab, call it Drugs on Music, where we showing the kids, if this was, because we was going through it. We was like, yo, this is what you wanna be. If you rap, or if you hustling, this what you going. So it was like, you know, we brought in the Pee Wee Kirkland, the Guy Fishers, the Boy George, you know what I'm saying, everything. We had them, you know, tell their story. Then we had the rappers after. You know what I'm saying? That's how we came up with Cocaine City. Cause Smack and Come Up and everybody was trying to charge to get on the DVD. The way we flipped the game, we started getting paid off the DVD and promoting ourselves. Like, once again, this hustle got to be 10 steps ahead of the game.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So that was where we transitioned to the Cocaine City DVDs.
Fire.
When you visit back home now, what's the love like?
Man, it's crazy. I did a performance like 100,000 people. Yeah, like people don't make it out of there. I'm trying to do a festival in Marrakesh this year, like the end of the year. But people, you know, we like, especially to make it in the States. Because you gotta understand, like when I came from Morocco, it was like 13, no English. I came to the Mecca of hip hop. Like the Bronx is like the Mecca. Like I go downstairs, Big Pun used to come pull up on me and my man Booby, the boxer, and he just like play his Capital Punishment. And you got like, then you hear about, you know, Slick Rick down the street, you just got caught with a gun. Then you hear about Fat Joe here, you hear about, like you in the Mecca, and everybody rap.
Right in the grind, yeah.
It's like niggas put you in 96 like Chicago Bulls and it's like, yo, grab a basketball and go practice with Michael Jordan and them niggas at. And you like, yo, nigga, I just came from Africa. Like, so you had to learn, you know what I'm saying? And
fast paced too.
yeah, and battle every day, niggas in your face every day, battle. Like it's you know, gotta go different niggas' blocks, who's the nicest here, word of mouth spread first, you know, and that's how it started. You know?
Yeah, we've talked about kind of the similarities between rap and sports before when you're going into a battle on the block, whether you're playing a game. Did you kind of feel that competitive spirit in you when you were rapping because of your soccer and basketball days?
Yeah, hell yeah. It's you know, it's competitive because you're trying to make it out. You know what I'm saying? It's survival of the fittest. It's like, you know, you're trying to make it out. So you battling, you try to take niggas' head off. You learn as you going. And back then they had Fight Club and you know, no, I mean, and that was the only way. Nobody wasn't trying to hear you just freestyle. Niggas want to see you bite somebody's head off. So you had to have like at least 5 clips ready. Like, you know, how much you got? We used to put up like 15,000. We used to go up to Fight Club and just like, yo, like all my niggas chip in. Cam's like, yo, I got 1,200, I got 5,000, I got this. All of us put our re-up money together. We go up to Fight Club. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, my nigga, if you see me losing, hit one of them niggas in the face. You know what I'm saying? And some shit like that did happen when I was I forgot who I was battling. You know what I mean? I was like, no, we're not taking no losses. 15,000. That's all we got. But you know, that's how it was. It was like that for years actually. Like we had to put like every step of the way in. Definitely.
Now, your journey into the actual physical music business was just that, like a journey. It took you a while.
Yeah.
Grinding, scraping, you know what I mean, finding your way in. Was your first deal with Akon?
Yeah. My first deal with Akon, yup. I remember Akon was shot, like after the 5th Cocaine City DVD, Gabi was playing one of my songs from the DVD on there. Akon heard it and he was like, yo, call him up here. I met up with Akon and he was trying to sign me to like a 5-album deal. And I hollered at Gabi. Shot to Gabi. Gabi was like, nah, we're not doing that. We're going to get a 1-year shopping deal. When I did it and I gave him a full year, but Akon was, he was Akon at that time.
Yes.
With Lady Gaga and moving this and that. So, I had to respect, his schedule. So I just gave him a year, then I got out of it. Yeah, that's what happened.
Was I one of the first established artists to do a song with you?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. I always say it on every interview I do, he was the first one. Definitely that New York Minute.
New York Minute, man. That thing still ring off to this day.
Yeah, that New York Minute, word. That was the first one. That was like, me and Max B was like catching our shit. We was doing Coke Waves 1 and 2. Then I remember Max B was in Yonkers. Used to just go to Yonkers, just bug out.
Shout out to Bigger Val, man.
Free Bigger. You know what I'm saying? He was in Yonkers, and I was, we had caught that New York Minute with Fraud. Then I remember we had Pee Wee Kirkland in the video too. We all shot it in the penthouse.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
You were kind of robbed of your chance to play college basketball. We talked about that because your situation. We got J. Cole playing pro basketball in Canada right now.
Yeah.
Does that give you an itch to want to play pro ball somewhere and get your opportunity to show your skills?
Yeah, I got this thing I be talking about. I be telling people, and everybody don't be agreeing with me. I be like, yo, it's harder to make it to the rapping than make it to the league. You know what I'm saying? And they always be asking me like, yo, why you say that? And they don't understand. It's like there's 28 teams or like 12 to 15 players plus whoever be trying out every time. You know what I'm saying? You can't count 5 niggas in the East Coast or 10 niggas in the whole, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the chances of you just making it in the rap game is like, and it's not, the average career is about 3-year career. You don't get you know what I'm saying?
Both you guys' longevity is insane.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't get that a lot. So people always be like, yo, why you say that? It's harder to be this and that. But that's like my whole thing about it. But I definitely get an itch though to play ball. But my knees is bad.
Facts.
Like I wake up with it, like I wake up juiced up one day, like yo, this what I want to do. But then after a couple games,
reality kick in. After 10 games, your muscles start locking
like
up.
LeBron spent over $1 million on his body a year.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's like you gotta be ready.
The best, right? I mean, and Floyd always preach, staying in shape.
Yeah, definitely.
So then after the Akon deal, you was hitting the streets up crazy, blazing everything, dropping mixtapes. The next deal was with, how'd you do that? Was it Ross and Diddy or?
It was Ross. I had dropped we had dropped the tapes. I had dropped the whole mac and cheese shit. I did the Coke Wave Part 1 and 2. We dropped the New York Minute. Me and you. Then I had dropped Chopper Down after that.
Chopper Down.
Yeah.
Ringing off crazy. Crazy.
Then motherfucking Ross hit me up. He came in New York. Him and Spiff. They was like, yo, come up. They was working on Self-Made album. And he put me on like 2 tracks. And he was like, yo, come down to Miami. I went down to Miami. I remember he had just signed Meek and Wale. And he had sat me down. And he was like, yo, I ain't got no advance, but I got an opportunity for you, which I respected.
Yeah.
But I was like, yo, Rose, man, I need a bag. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, he was trying to do basically the same deal he did with Meek and Wale. And I was like, yeah, I need a bag. I just came from the Akon deal, and I came from a whole bunch of vibes. And Rose was like, you know what? We're going to get a bag. I love Rose. And he just like, click right there. Like, let's take this picture together. Let's post it. We took a picture, and he made that phone call and brought Puff in. And, Puff came with the bag, and we made that marriage work.
That was official.
Yeah. So, we made that marriage work, and ever since then, it's been history.
A lot of fire out of that marriage.
Yeah. Then right after that, we had dropped that shot caller. After the shot caller, popped that. Ocho Cinco, I ain't worried about nothing. Boom, boom, boom,
All
boom.
of that daydreaming, stay scheming.
Oh yeah,
Shit,
all that
shit.
happened like
bunch
Hits.
of
all that
nuclear
happened right
missiles.
there. Yeah, all that
Yes.
happened right there. Straight off the
Yeah.
boat, all that was just like back to back.
When you and Ross are on the same track, it's always a certified hit. What's the energy like in the studio when you guys are together?
Man, Rose just is one of is one of the pillars, man. Him, Kiss, certain people, man. Just like they just bring a certain type of energy you don't get nowhere else. That's what makes them who they are. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things. It's just like if I can explain it, I can be it. But you can't explain it.
Yes, sir. As we continue on with Kiss and The Myst, our legendary guest, French Montana, in the building.
Montana.
We just kicking it, lifestyle, sports, music, things of that nature. So now we got through you making it here from Morocco. You know what I mean? You shifting to the American culture, learning the language, learning the drip, playing ball, getting your crew together, battling Fight Club, deal with Akon. That was up after a year, things didn't go right. Now you got to deal with Puff and Ross. You're making nuclear missiles all over the world, a lot of money coming, everything going good. How's it feeling? How you receiving some of the hate from dudes that didn't want to see you make it? You know what I mean? You got all the girls out on your body that you can think of. How you taking all this in and absorbing it and making it work for yourself? It's not
Man,
an easy
it was
thing.
definitely.
Dudes seem to think being a rapper
Nah.
with success is just a piece of cake. They don't know what we have to go through. So let them
Hell no, man. It was actually a tough time because, like you can't put 10 years all into like a couple words because at the end of the day, before I even got with Ross and Puff, me and Max B, it was like the greatest duo. Yeah, and it's just like we beefing with everybody and this and that at that time. Dropping our best music. Just creating this shit around that, showing people that you don't need the radio, you don't need nothing. Like a wave is gonna hit you regardless of what you got. And we only had mixtapes, there was no streaming, no nothing. So when we did what we did, then I went to that courthouse and so bro, get that 75. And at that time we was
Wow, that's like a kick to the balls with steel toes on.
Yeah, that's what
With
I'm
swimming trunks.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm in that courtroom and bro just got that 75. It was like, like everything just paused, time just froze for a second. And it was just like, damn.
So I should be asking you, what made you have the power and the will to keep going after that? Because all these hurdles you hopped over, you jumped through rings of fire, this, that, thing, it felt finally rocking out, and then boom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Average person would have been like, I can't.
And at that time we was going at everybody. So we was a power hold together. That when he got locked up, it just left French Montana, you know what I'm saying, alone.
Against the world,
Yeah. So and now it's like people start choosing sides. This side. You know what I'm saying? And when that happened, I became the most blackball artist at that time. And it was just like, where do I go? I just find Harry Fraud. You know what I'm saying? I find Harry Fraud. I go to Brooklyn. I lock in this fucking most, grungiest, craziest looking place, and just start making the go hards, the Playing in the Wind, the 44.
Ooh, what's the joint I'm on the other? I lost 100 on the Knicks.
88 Coops.
88 Coops.
Make those, yeah. So
my God.
Yeah, so I locked
Throwback.
in. So I locked in that one corner, just like my back to the wind. That's when it came up with the shot callers with I'm a motherfucking Coke boy and all that, this and that. And we just locked in and made this incredible piece of music with my back to the wall. And it was just like, all of that. And I had to fight with that. I had nothing else to fight with because I couldn't be on the radio. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. And that's when, took the streets over right after that. And that's when, I remember people like Fat Joe would hit a flex like, yo, I'm telling you it's coming. I don't know when it's gonna hit, but it's coming. You know what I'm saying? So help like that, help from you, help from certain people. It was like, I got over it. You know what I mean? And I had to fight with music, and that was like one of the worst, times in my life, because losing the best friend, then having to do it while going through that, because that's what he would want. You know what I'm saying? That's what anybody, and that was it. And when I started doing that, I had to go down south for a little bit, because New York wasn't.
Now, to cut you off from there, I'm a journalist now. I'm in media, so we gotta go back a little, because I left out something. But you gave a great segue, because you said you had to go down south. It was a time you was making music with Gucci, and you was doing things with Deb and them.
Yeah.
What happened with that?
So we were.
I'm a damn good journalist.
Yeah.
Historian.
Holy shit, let's go, brother.
Yeah, so I made Chopper Down, and I went down south.
Big ass tune, big tune. To this day, when they throw that thing on, is shaking the bleachers.
Yeah, definitely.
turned.
Yeah, definitely, man. So I went down there with Dab, and me and Dab just locked in, and we made this Casino Life mixtape. Then I did a mixtape with Waka, shout out to Waka.
Shout out to Waka, shout out to Deb, Big D.
Yeah.
Shout out to the whole family.
It was a time when, I ain't gonna lie, I love New York, but New York is not gonna be the first city to support you.
You gotta go elsewhere and launch it.
You gotta go elsewhere.
Yeah.
And New York gonna be like, New York is like a joint, it's like a chick, you know what I'm saying? Like, she gotta see other bitches like you before New York jump on you. You know what I'm saying?
It's well put.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what it is with New York. Once I went down south, then Flex would be like, yo, I played Chopper Down. It was the biggest record in Miami. Then it's like, okay. They don't want to feel like they're the only ones supporting you because you're from New York. You know what I'm saying? And that's how, because you start making music like here, you start doing everything like here. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard to get them diamond plaques. It's hard to get certain things. You know what I mean? When you just, mold yourself around that. And that's what happened when I went down south. Just start dropping them joints, and, I gained fan base in different places.
Do you think that's a good lesson for artists coming up from New York right now?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta, water the plants where they need to be watered at. You can't just, you know what I'm saying? I feel like.
Get outside the box. Leave your block. Leave your comfort zone.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because it's the same obstacles and the same results. You know what I'm saying? It's the same results. And it's like, you already gained what you can get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Go somewhere. But a lot of people ain't going to take that chance, because that leap of faith is different.
And they feel content with what they got, so they just want to ride that plane like that instead of going.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, eras of music change, you know what I'm saying? And there was, like, now you don't need nothing. You don't need to go nowhere, because it's social media, you everywhere. But back then, you had to, because we had mixtapes, we had, Dot Piff, we had this and that. You just had to make the music and do your vibe, you know what I'm saying? We had the World Stars, that was it, but it wasn't like the way it is now.
Big facts.
When you're making music, have you always trusted your instinct, more or less? Because it seems like you've got an incredible ear for beats, tunes, melodies, hits.
Yeah, I mean, my instinct was the only thing that helped me elevate beyond anything that anybody's opinion gave me. So basically,
That's deep.
Basically, anybody, every time I picked something and I fought for it, like how I fought for, like, I remember sending Puff Pop that, and Puff was like, yo, this is a cool mixtape record. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, my man, where your ear left you? I'm like, yo, I thought he was trying to throw me for the 52 fake out. Like, yo, let me get it now. I was like, nah, something coming after that. Then I remember even records like Unforgettable.
Yeah.
When it's just like, I heard it. I was like, is it? People went with everything else but that record. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, this is the one. Like, and to the point where, like, they tried to charge me $300,000. I said, I'll pay for it. And the record was already out. I already knew, like, certain records, I just know. When I first heard All the Way Up, when I first heard certain things, it's just like, nah, these gonna go. And
I ain't worried about nothing.
I ain't worried about nothing, yep.
I don't worry about that.
Yeah, that one for sure. That one, and, a bunch of them. Even fucking Lockjaw.
Nah, I was just listening to that yesterday.
Yeah, Lockjaw. I remember just hearing Kodak coming to see me like 7 in the morning. We was Lockjaw for real. That was like, in Cali studio, me and you used to Yeah, it was a movie. Yeah, but definitely my instinct. I mean, that's the only thing that could take you to greatness.
Yeah.
Is your instinct. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what sometimes it's cool to be by yourself because you make choices that come from within you, what God got made for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your path come from you. You know what I'm saying? Being around too many people, too many opinions, you go down their path and they're not always blessed like you because they would have been in your situation. So you need sometimes just take your time, know your greatness, sit back and follow your instinct. You know what I mean? Because when you fall on your instinct. You ain't mad at nobody. You fall on somebody else's lead, you mad at the whole motherfucking world.
Facts. How important is it to give back? I see you over in Africa. I see you over the water, all over the world, doing things. You know what I mean? How important is it after you get some success and make some money to give back to those less fortunate?
Definitely, man. We'll open up charities for definitely for all the immigrants. Mm-hmm. We did the the DACA program because when they took it out, it took away all the So basically, what I went through, because I couldn't go to college, you know what I'm saying. So the kids that was able to do that, they took that privilege away from them. So we stepped in and helped with that. We went to Uganda and we did Unforgettable. We thought that that healthcare wasn't a right, it was a privilege, and we trying our hardest to make it a right over there. We opened up a hospital. You know what I'm saying? That's like now, it was holding 56 villages before we left, but now I know it expanded to over a couple of hundred.
That's dope.
Yeah, definitely did that, and shout to Puff, shout to the Weeknd, shout to everybody that helped with that.
Dope.
Really yeah, and I became like the first rap ambassador for global what you call them? Can't find the name. It's global something.
Yeah, he did some good things globally.
Yeah.
And he was the first one.
Yeah. Fighting for problems that you face.
Yeah, basically. It's basically, just everything that I went through and I see somebody else going through and I can help. That's your blessings, man. When Allah bless you something, you don't bless the person He wants you to bless, He take it away.
What's up? It's The Myst from the Kiss and The Myst podcast, and Worldstar HipHop proudly endorses BetOnline.ag as its official sports book and proudly recognizes it as the OG in the sports betting world. Let's get that money with BetOnline.ag.
That's a fact.
A big thing in basketball and rap is they say the hoopers want to be rappers and the rappers want to be hoopers.
Yeah.
It seems like it's got more laid back. Adam Silver is a lot more lax than David Stern was, so we're starting to see more of a crossover.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Who are some of your hoopers that you hang out with, you're friends with, and have you seen kind of the cultures combined?
Yeah, I think when you come from the hood, everybody that rap ball.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You see it in a lot of artists like Cameron, like Mace, like there's this whole wave been going on since.
Remember, you used to come onto my block to the tournament.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, everybody. It's like a wave since hip hop started. When you playing ball and you sitting on that side, you just start rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely those come together.
Yeah. Because we talked about Allen Iverson wasn't even allowed to drop his rap project.
Yeah, when him and Kobe Bryant was battling.
It was a little more strict back then. I think Stern was really paying attention to the lyric.
Yeah.
The lyrical texture
and to the lifestyle.
Yeah, and he thought that was gonna mess up the.
Yeah, AI was thugging it out.
Opposed to helping. Yeah. Whereas now they call rappers for everything. They just gave CMG got the lead song for the finals and the playoffs. So it just shows you how rap is evolving and getting much bigger, and they need us included in everything that's going on in the culture to elevate.
NBA was a lot cleaner back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't even let Kobe Bryant drop his record. You know what I'm saying? Shaq got away with one.
Shaq was able to be the first one
platinum.
to go platinum.
Yeah.
Because he was like
he had Biggie on it.
Yeah.
He had Big on that joint.
He had Big on it.
Yeah, so definitely. I mean, now it's like...
It's a lot of rap.
But also, hip-hop as a genre became the biggest thing ever. So anything that hip-hop touch, it generates money. See, it was never about, keeping it clean and dirty. It's about who's going to make us the most money. I feel like that's where we at with numbers.
That's the facts. They can't figure hip hop out because it's still the youngest. It just turned 50 years old, or it's about to turn 50. So they don't know what's to come out of this. There's nothing. It's gonna keep getting bigger.
Making $13 million an hour.
Wow.
That's the numbers.
Yeah.
How much they making? $13 billion a year. And the artists get 12% of that. So you know they're gonna let you do whatever you want, whether it's basketball, MLB, football, whatever you want. You can do whatever you want.
We talked about you growing up playing AAU ball. What's your play style on the court? How would you describe yourself?
You used to have a mean handle. I remember that.
Yeah, handle, jump shot.
Yeah, handle and the jump
Just
shot.
showboard.
Guard.
Yeah, guard, definitely.
Who were some of the other rappers that hooped that you gotten to play with that you think are real nice on the court?
I see Quavo though, but I never got to play with him. Shout out to Quavo. Chris Brown.
Bandit. Quavo.
Yeah. Chris nice. I never played with J. Cole, but he nice. But he practiced like, you know, him and Chris Brickley, like they be in that gym every day for like 6 months.
Wale.
Yeah. Well, but there's certain artists that got like a jump shot that go in there and like, you know, chop clips up. But there's artists that can run a full, you know.
Gilly is nice.
Yeah. And I don't know how good Drake is because he just run tournaments in his house. I gotta call him and let him know.
You can't really play defense on him in his crib.
Champagne Poppy.
That's suspect.
Bring me over the crib, man, so I can show you how it's done, man.
You know, I want to get some recordings there, interview something. I got to see it for myself because are you really going to play hard defense on him in his home?
That's what I'm saying. It's like a home court advantage. Like, there's no way. You can't have a,
He invites you to his crib. You know all the spots. You can hit all the jump
He knows
shots.
the rim.
He
Like,
doing Dirk Nowitzki one-leg fadeaways.
Yeah.
I seen him the other day.
he's calling
Cheat.
fouls. Like,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He wins every championship in his crib.
undefeated.
Shout out to Champagne Poppy.
Shout out to Chef. No
You gotta
one's
have a
ever
go-away game.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, but you can't compare it to guys like you who played high school ball, right? Competitively in New York.
I don't know if Drake did play. He might have. I don't know. So I never, you know, had a basketball conversation with him. You
I
know,
don't think he played high school ball.
no, right? It look like he's, you know.
I think he just started playing after he. I
Yeah.
mean, I think he probably might have always played recreational, like, you know, pick-up ball, but I don't think he. I think he started taking it more serious after he
became a
took
rapper.
over the world.
Yeah. It became a hobby. Yeah, it was like at the end of the road, for sure.
Do you think New York has the best basketball talent in the States?
Nah.
That's hard to say. Yeah,
Hell no.
We got bad weather. We got bad food. So
Yeah,
it stunts
down-
the growth.
when we used to
You
go
can
down
somewhere
south-
else and see a 7-foot.
Yeah, we used to be playing.
Third grader.
We used to be playing AU ball.
Yeah.
We used to leave New York, and we hit
Kids
like
is dumb big,
Alabama, hit Miami, yo, like Space Jam.
Monsters.
Yeah, like seven. That's what I'm saying. Like we was playing against Lou Dane and these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like Charlie, whatever it is, and Jared Jack was running point.
Charlie Villanueva.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it was like, you know, playing against him. He's 6'7", he's 6'10". We all like 5'10", 6'1", this and that, and like, yo, but they was nice. They bred it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all they do, jumping out the gym. All of them. That's why the craziest ones. Look at LeBron, Akron.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look at certain people. It's just like, you know, New York is just like, that's why everybody coming to New York, the lifestyle.
So you get stereotyped too coming from here. They think all we want to do is dribble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they don't.
Yeah.
Hard to,
The
For
illest
sure.
dribblers are kind of coming out of New York a lot of the time.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
we got good basketball players that come
Yeah.
from here, but you just always think we just dribble first.
Yeah.
That ain't the, get that out of your mind. We
Yeah.
got hoopers from New York City.
All right.
Word up.
You guys let the Knicks borrow some? They can
Hey,
win some
we gonna
games.
get some, don't worry.
All right.
I'm hearing
Nick-
Donovan Mitchell talks. How about that?
And we ain't got no clubs popping in New York, so they definitely gonna come back hard. New York nightlife is trash right now, so they gonna come back hard and
Yeah,
win
because
something.
they can be Harvard now. They don't
Yeah.
gotta worry about them going out to the clubs getting.
It's that
too
lifestyle, man. When you're in LA, Los Angeles, and New York, it's that lifestyle, man. You gotta stay focused.
How would you feel about Donovan Mitchell coming to the Knicks? Big time scorer, big time player, probably be the biggest guy they've had since Melo.
I love that.
Yeah, I love it too.
Yeah, I love that. They need that.
That would make somebody else come with them.
Yeah,
And now we working with something.
yeah, And they
Hopefully we don't gotta get rid of R.J. Barrett or
yeah.
some. They gonna have to give up something.
Yeah, I mean, that's a
always.
young star, you know?
But
Yeah, we ain't win a championship since 1973. Something gotta happen.
Yeah, for sure. You got to make some sort of move, right?
Yeah, that's like, that's 50 years. That's crazy.
You think it's a curse?
Man,
nah, man, it's just how the ball bounces, man.
nah.
You know what I mean? We can't be top.
So you can't
be the
overcome
best
it. It's
in
possible.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah.
But
We
we
got
need,
a lot of the.
we need
We
that
marked
feeling.
off as the best of a lot of things
Yeah.
in New York.
Yeah. Facts.
We just
So,
need that squad back, man. We need that John Starks, that Larry Johnson, that Patrick Ewing. We need that.
They
guys,
wasn't
right?
even all that nice. They was
Yeah.
just super tough.
Yeah.
Gritty, yeah.
You know what I mean? They was just super tough.
Yeah,
Now it's more of a finesse league.
yeah,
It ain't some of the fouls that they was inflicting, you go to jail for now. Some of the Mason and Oakley fouls. Now it's all about, guard play and being able to shoot the three.
yeah.
So we need some great guards and some good wing guys, and we should be good.
It was better than last year. Was better than the years before.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. You're starting to put something together.
Yeah,
Like,
it's looking like
Yeah.
it's coming together.
All right, though. We ain't gonna waste your time or take up too much of your time. We
Nah, I'm here.
appreciate you
Whatever
for
you
having
need.
us. Make sure you stop back through
Word.
and kick it with Kiss and The Myst.
Let's do it.
Before we leave, my man he think he one of the drippiest people in the world.
You know what
I'm saying?
We got a tradition on Kiss and the Myst, French. We like to do a little drip check.
Okay.
Break down the outfit, the jewelry, everything.
I forgot to wear my other chain. I don't
You
know.
good.
It's good.
It's all how you come and how you
Yeah.
feeling at the time. Go
You
ahead, miss.
I'll start it off. Bait T, shout out to the UK. Gotta
Uh-huh.
represent them international on them, just like French. Custom jeans, 1 of 3. Offset has the other. Whoever has the third is unknown.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm in New York, so all white forces. You can't ever go wrong with the all white forces, right, Jada?
You
Uh-huh.
never go wrong with a pair of all whites. Go ahead, Montana.
Man,
See what he got on.
5 to 700,000 on my wrist. 100 a piece on everyone. That's about 6 of them. Some at Mary's. Black tee, because I'm repping Yonkers in South Bronx.
Grab some fish.
Yes,
so I come
sir.
here representing,
The Jordan
black
lows.
excellence. Just
The
some
dunks.
something light.
Can't go wrong with the dunks.
Something
Never
nice,
go
you know what I
wrong
mean?
with the Dunkenstein.
7
You know what I'm
figures
saying?
worth of jewelry.
You know what it is.
3-finger ring.
Yeah. Shout out
Married
to
to the
Slick
mob.
Rick.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? You know how they do it in the
It's
BX.
just like
Came
that.
through ready. Came
Just
through
like
ready.
that.
Jada, what you got on today?
Me, I'm always, I look like when I'm heavy. Gallery department.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Gallery trucker, Fear God shorts,
Virgil.
gallery socks, Virgil Jordan 2s. You know what I mean? My little AP that I ain't bothering nobody. Jesus peace. Shout out to
The
B.I.G.
classic.
Shout out to Greg Yuna. I got the heart. My mom's got the other half. You know what I mean?
Hard.
So you know what that is.
That's
You know what
hard.
I mean? I'll keep it like that, nice and classy.